It's the Army's 250th birthday. What is a great way to celebrate? A festival, of course. Join me as the grassy expanse of the National Mall transforms into an elaborate display of all things Army. Here we will find a myriad of vehicles and equipment, many of which are hands-on to the public. We will see interactive activity stations as well as plenty of soldiers assisting participants. And let's not forget about the live music and formal ceremonies performed at the stage in the center. Basic training starts now. Hey guys, welcome back to Vigoroso DC, and right now I am on the National Mall at the U.S. Army Festival. Now you may have heard about the big Army parade. That is actually going on tonight. It starts at 6:30 tonight. Right now it is early afternoon, and this festival is sort of the warm-up for the parade. The parade, which is to celebrate the Army's 250th anniversary. And I'm going to make separate videos about the parade later on, and I will talk more about it then. But right now, this is what's happening, the festival. And right behind me here, this is the security checkpoint where you come in, and there is a big helicopter. But behind that is the security. So basically, the way my day began down here on the National Mall, I got out of the subway, and as I was about to go up the escalator, there was a U.S. Army soldier in his uniform, and he was like, "After you." And I was like, no, like, after you. I mean, after all, it's his event. But he was like, no, after you. So I just went, but I just think that was a kind of a cool way to begin this day, considering what it's about. But basically, let's walk a little bit over here. If you could see in the back, there's the Capitol building. You can see the dome popping out. And the line goes from right in front of us is the very end of the line where you go through security. And then on either side, to the left and right, there are lines that stretch back, and they can go all the way back to the Capitol building. When I got on the line, it was about halfway between the other side of the street and the Capitol building, and it took about a little over 30 minutes to get through security. And right in front of us, this is basically airport TSA security, almost, not exactly as much as you get at the airport. And if you can see, I don't know if you can see, but there are officers in blue shirts, and they are going through everything with a fine-tooth comb. So they have a lot of restrictions on what you can bring in here, and if you get a ticket for the parade, when you do that, they also send you information on what you can and can't bring in. So they're wearing gloves, and they're going through everything you bring with a fine-tooth comb. And then maybe you could see other officers, it says police on their backs in kind of darker uniforms. These are Secret Service police officers, and they are using the sensors and doing that thing where they're scanning your whole body. I'm wearing a hat. They asked me to take off my hat and check my head and also check the inside of my hat. So that's what's going on with security. One thing they are not doing here that you do see at the airport is the belts and shoes. There's no belts and shoes issues, but they don't allow large backpacks, which of course they do allow at the airport. So yeah, maybe that's a lot of detail on security procedures, but me as a tour guide who is constantly going through security at all kinds of places that we go to on our trips, that's something that I find interesting, at least how exactly they do the security stuff. So yeah, right up here we have the sign. It says Army Birthday Festival. Got a climbing wall for the kids. I think somebody's got a future career in the Army.
What happened to the courthouse?
You thought it was challenge
He spent his whole life saving up for a boat and a brand new truck. Got a free ride to the bottom of a 6-foot hole.